It is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They're on 24-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 33-yard line.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And this will be taken at the 13. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, it's Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From just shy of midfield, Dobbs. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
25-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run on first down. Muhammad. The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Dobbs to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing here, Dobbs going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
This is brought in at the 21. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Brown, his first catch. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Dobbs. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run with Muhammad. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
3rd down.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Pass, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Ravens nothing. Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
First down, Ravens.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, he'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
Lamar Jackson. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Game at 7. Justin Tucker.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
1st and 10.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 1st down, Muhammad. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 11 at the 41. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st down.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. He uncorks it for Snead. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. From the gun, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Minka Fitzpatrick, thinking back to last year, had a pick-6 for the Steelers shortly after coming over from Miami, and he steps up with another one here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
That's the score. Steelers 14, Ravens 7.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun. Dobbs over the middle here to Brown. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's go. You tighten up. 48 Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. To throw on 3rd down. Dobbs, quick slant to Brown. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Muhammad. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
1st and goal at the 1.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed at 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
58 the mark. 58 the mark. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be
It's a quarterback sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They'll go to the keeper. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson, looking for Andrews downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's the 7th leading rusher in the NFL last year. It's Leonard Fournette. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, Dobbs, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Dobbs. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. With his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Steelers 28, Ravens 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now, he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Steelers 35, Ravens 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now left side on the swing pass. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
The Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he uncorks it for Snead. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Looking downfield for Dez. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Fournette, a first down carry. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Fournette on the carry.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And the carry on first down by Fournette is going to wind up losing yardage as he stopped for a loss of a couple.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So this one is Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Steelers, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they